This is a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation. Queen Bee Radio proudly brings you Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports. Presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. And sponsored by Ayers Furniture, Bitech Resource Management, Claire Bank, Fuller's Milker Center, Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Platteville, Les Mack, Northland Buildings, Reeves Wealth Management, Raleigh Cheese House, Russell Law Offices, The Shoebox, Tricor Insurance, West End Salvage, Carver's Hardwood Flooring, Sloan Implements, Sups, Brian's Auto Body and Paint, Gary's Pest Control, TriStar Pallets and TriStar Mulch, Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware Do It Best, Bouse Electric, Cuba City Collision and Repair, Laley Center, Monroe, H&N Plumbing, Heating and Electrical, Community First Bank, Grant Regional Health Center, Sullivan Auctioneers, Big Iron Realty, Lancaster Dental Associates, Millie's Diner, Pink's Automotive, Good Knees Garage, Point and Flush Sportsman's Club, Rosemeyer Management Group, Breckler Insurance, McNett Electric, Mound City Bank, Ready Feed and Grain LLC, Southwest Health, and WCC Brands.
Good afternoon and welcome to River Ridge High School in Patch Grove. We have high school baseball on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel as the Six Rivers West Coast champions from a year ago set to square off in an early season tilt. The River Ridge Timberwolves hosting the Belmont Braves. This is Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys baseball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. From the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth, I'm Tyler Dictanis welcoming you to our Raleigh Cheese pregame show presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. As we mentioned, both these teams shared the conference title a season ago. It came down to the final game of the season to decide how the conference title outcome was going to play out. And to begin the season, the River Ridge Timberwolves are off to a really hot start as they are 2-0 on the campaign, including a big win against Highland in their last game, 13-2, and then had a 10-0 win against North Crawford on Monday in 5 innings. So the Wolves scoring double-digit runs in the first 2 games of the season. As for the Belmont Braves, they are 0-1, coming off a 1-run loss to Lancaster earlier this week. And with another tough game for Belmont coming up against Barneveld tomorrow, the Braves trying to get things going and get some momentum in the early part of the 2026 baseball season. Coming up, we'll get you the Fuller's Milker Center starting lineups, the Cuba City Family Dental colors of the game, and the first pitch between Belmont and River Ridge. No players to report on the Russell office's injury report. If you've been injured, contact Russell offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights and help you get the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLawWY.com. Again, our Raleigh Cheese pregame show will continue after this break on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pre-game one.
Hi, this is Doug Dolter with Dubuque Mattress. Mattresses are not something that you should have to unbox and set up yourself. Frankly, they're cumbersome. That's why at Dubuque Mattress, we deliver, set up, and get rid of the old mattress for you. And it's not just for people in Dubuque. We deliver just about anywhere. Chicago, Des Moines, Minneapolis, Kansas City, or anywhere in between. So, when it's time for you to get a new mattress, let Dubuque Mattress take care of all of it for you. Dubuque Mattress, for the rest of your life.
Dubuque Mattress Factory, you get a little snooze time.
Pizzeria Uno, the Annex, and the Back Bar in Platteville offer a trio of options for your dining and drinking enjoyment. Come to Pizzeria Uno for Platteville's best deep dish pizza, their signature Long Island iced tea, and a variety of other menu and beverage options. Reserve Uno's loft for parties of up to 50 people. For 7 days a week carryout options, visit pizzeriauno.net. Uno's delivers Thursday, Friday, and Sunday from 4 to 8. Pizzeria Uno, the Annex, and the Back Bar in Platteville.
Pre-game one.
Raleigh Cheese pregame show continues on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, getting ready for the first pitch between Belmont and River Ridge and Six Rivers West. Baseball from Patch Grove. Our Fuller's Milker Center starting lineups. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller's Milker Center QueenBRadio.com for the visiting Belmont Braves. They will bat first, and their batting order goes like this. Batting first, the left fielder, number 5, Ian Austin. Batting second, the shortstop, number 7, Griffin McNett. Batting third, the center fielder, number 1, Boone Havens. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 18, Thomas Freeman. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 17, Chase Rickers. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 13, Bradley Lancaster. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 3, Wyatt Temperley. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 4, Beckett Heinrichs. And rounding out the batting order for Belmont, the pitcher, number 9, Josiah Ruiz. In the batting order, Austin, McNett, Havens, Freeman, Rickers, Lancaster, Temperley, Heinrichs, Ruiz. Those are the Fuller Smoker Center starting lineups for the Belmont Braves. After this break, we'll get you the starters for the River Ridge Timberwolves when the Raleigh Cheese pregame show continues on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 2.
From sunrise in the fields to late nights in the barn, agriculture never stops, and neither does Brownfield Ag News. Brownfield is your trusted source for what matters most in agriculture: markets, weather, policy, technology, and the voices shaping rural America. We go beyond the headlines, delivering timely, accurate reporting rooted in the realities of farm life. Whether it's breaking news that impacts your bottom line, in-depth interviews with industry leaders, or stories that reflect the heart and grit of rural communities, Brownfield keeps you informed and connected. We understand agriculture and the importance of bringing clarity to complex issues and telling the stories that often go unheard. From local to national, from the field to the capital, Brownfield Ag News is agriculture's voice. Stay informed, stay connected. Brownfield Ag News, where agriculture lives.
Pregame 2.
Grant Regional Health Center and People State Bank coverage of high school baseball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Let's set up the starting lineup for the River Ridge Timberwolves, 2-0 on the campaign, 1-0 in the Six Rivers West. Their starting lineup goes like this. Batting first, the catcher, number 10, Brandon Davis. Batting second, the shortstop, number 11, Cale Koenig. Batting third, the pitcher, number 24, Blake Reynolds. Batting in the fourth spot, the third baseman, number 5, Alan Hernandez. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 7, Jack White. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 9, Draven Morris. He's batting in place of the second baseman, number 13, Reese Drew. Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 22, Noah Copsey. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 18, Aaron Bedward. And batting ninth, the left fielder, number 3, Cam Reynolds. Again, the batting order for River Ridge: Davis, Koenig, Reynolds, Hernandez, White, Morris, Copsey, Bedward, Reynolds. Those are the Fuller's Milker Center starting lineups for the River Ridge Timberwolves. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com. Coming up after this break, the Cuba City Family Dental colors of the game and the first pitch between River Ridge and Belmont. This has been the Raleigh Cheese pregame show presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. First pitch coming up next on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 3.
Hello, Ben here from Darlington Family Dental. Your smile is as important to us as it is to you. Give us a call and schedule a consultation to figure out if clear aligners might be right for you. The consultation is free. Zero interest financing is available. This solution for your smile might be more cost-effective than you think. Call our team and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Hi, this is Steve Schmidt, owner of the Shoebox in downtown Black Earth. We have thousands of pairs of shoes in stock, no waiting. So stop in anytime, specializing in size, selection, and fit. We will save you money. P.S. We measure both feet. Stop into the Shoebox, the largest shoe store at the north end of Black Earth.
Streaming on this Queen Bee radio station is powered by Cunis, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram of Platteville. The Cunis Service Department cares for all makes and models. Open Monday through Saturday with shuttles and loaner vehicles available too. Head to Cunis in Platteville.
Pregame 3.
High school baseball on ESPN Radio, brought to you by McNett Electric in Belmont. They can assist with all your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call, ready to help you. McNett Electric in Belmont. Community First Bank, free in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC. By Fritz's Burner Service in Darlington and First Response Excavation and Grading of Bloomington. Our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, live and archive coverage is powered by H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical and Laley Center, Monroe. Our Cuba City Family Dental colors of the game brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. River Ridge in the home white with River Ridge written across the chest in purple with purple numbers and purple trim. Belmont in the road orange jerseys. Belmont written across the chest in white with white numbers and white pants. Those are the colors of the game brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. Also brought to you by Claire Bank with 3 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin. And we are also brought to you by Sire T Auto Body, complete collision repair with PPG paint warranty, spray and bed liners, free pickup and delivery, and loaner cars too. Sire T's also handles your claim process. Call Eric at Sire T's in Bloomington. The River Ridge defense has taken the field, and warm-up pitches going on right now. Blake Reynolds warming up. As Mrs. Sports Broadcaster Chelsea coming to help out. Bringing me a chair and some backup in case it starts raining out here. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it. The defensive alignment for River Ridge. In the outfield from left to right, it's Reynolds, Copsey, and Bedward. And then from third to first, Hernandez, Koenig, Drew, and White. Brandon Davis doing the catching duties today for the pitcher, Blake Reynolds. Again, Ian Austin, Griffin McNett, and Boone Havens due up for Belmont to start off the top of the first inning. Today's game also brought to you by Guthrie Trucking LLC of Bagley, always wishing the Wolves success. Guthrie Trucking LLC of Bagley. Blue Jays Bar and Grill in Bloomington. Great taste like Blue Jays Friday Fish Fry and great pizza options are just some of what you'll find. See their menu on Facebook and at Blue Jays Bar and Grill in Bloomington. Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont for all of your agricultural, commercial, and residential needs. Call Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont. Doan's Auto Care Center. Patrick Doan can assist with all of your vehicle maintenance, batteries, coolant, flushes, oil changes, and more. Doan's Auto Center, Patrick Doan of Belmont. Ian Austin steps into the box. Reynolds set to deal the first pitch. We're off and running on ESPN Radio, AM 1590 WPVL, and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And Austin fouls off the first pitch out of play back behind the backstop. Also brought to you by Laley Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist Jordan Wilson at Laley Center Monroe. Reynolds deals, and that one's high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ian Austin. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. That pitch catches the outer third of the strike zone to make the count 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ian Austin, the leadoff batter of our game here from River Ridge High School in Patch Grove, trying to get this game in before the rain shows up. Reynolds with the delivery. That one's high for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Sports Page Bar and Grill and Venue is open, serving their full menu, Friday Fish and Sunday Brunch, booking parties. The Sports Page Bar and Grill and Venue open Wednesday through Sunday, 11 to close. The 2-2 to Ian Austin, swung on and fouled back, and thankfully the fence is in front of me for the foul ball. Reminder on 97.7 Country WGLR, the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, you can catch the softball matchup between River Ridge and Belmont, and the 2-2 pitch just misses outside for ball 3. Count goes full. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Payoff pitch, check swing, and a called strike 3. Backwards K for Blake Reynolds, 1 away in the top of the first. Southwest Health has over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists. You can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. And the first pitch is a called ball to Griffin McNett, the starting shortstop, wears number 7, bats right-handed. The 1-0, looks at that one, and that's a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Griffin McNett. Boone Havens in the on-deck circle for the Belmont Braves. River Ridge 2-0 on the campaign. Belmont 0-1 so far. The 1-1. Check swing, but a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 away in the top of the first inning. Reynolds deals. This one popped up sky high and out of play. The Economy Feed Mill of Bloomington, Glen Haven, and Fenimore, featuring custom blends and more for your operation. The Economy Feed Mill in Bloomington, Glen Haven, and Fenimore. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Griffin McNett. And McNett fouls this one down the right field line, and it's going to land in the softball field, which, again, you can see on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Count still 1-2 to Griffin McNett. And McNett's pitch is way inside to make the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Joe's Overhead and Seamless Gutters wishing all area teams good luck. Joe's Overhead Doors and Seamless Gutters of Belmont. 2-2. Just missed the upper part of the strike zone. Count is full again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Reynolds set to deal the payoff. Here it is. And that is ball 4. Base on balls for Griffin McNett. Boone Haven steps up to the plate. 1 on, 1 out. Top of the first inning, still scoreless at River Ridge High School in Patch Grove in our high school baseball matchup. Now the lefty Boone Havens at the dish. First pitch shows bunt, and it's a called strike. Our scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Number of high school games going on this evening. We'll bring you updates as we can. The 0-1. It's going to be a called ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. McNett Electric and Belmont can assist with all of your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and a screw at McNett Electric are on call. I'm ready to help you. McNett Electric in Belmont. Shows bunt again, does Boone Havens. And it's going to be a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 on, 1 out in the top of the first inning. Reynolds checks the runner at first. Now deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 strikeouts for Blake Reynolds. Now Thomas Freeman comes up to the plate. There's number 18, bats right-handed. Community First Bank, free in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com, member FDIC. Reynolds checks the runner at first again, now deals the first pitch, and that's a called strike. 0-1 the count to Thomas Freeman. If Freeman reaches base, Chase Rickers is on deck for Belmont. The 0-1 is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Claire Bank with 8 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin, also by Fritz's Burner Service in Darlington and First Response Excavation and Grading in Bloomington. The 1-1 pitch is fouled off. And the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 on, 2 out, top of the first inning. River Ridge nothing, Belmont nothing. Reynolds checking the runner at first again. Now deals a 1-2, and this one popped up on the first base side, and it will be caught by White to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, one left on base. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Belmont nothing, River Ridge nothing. Wolves up to bat next on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 1.
Brewers fans, this season Window Nation is bringing the excitement home. With the Tickets with Window Purchase promotion, you could score tickets to see the Milwaukee Brewers when you upgrade your windows with Window Nation. Enjoy better comfort, improved energy efficiency, and unforgettable game day moments. As a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers, Window Nation is committed to quality products and expert service you can count on. Book your free consultation today and turn your next home upgrade into a win for the whole family. Visit windownation.com to schedule a quote.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Talk about convenient. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
In Game 1.
Bottom half of the first inning, River Ridge's first at-bat of the contest. We are still scoreless between River Ridge and Belmont on our high school baseball matchup on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Josiah Ruiz finishing up his warm-up pitches, and due up for River Ridge will be Brandon Davis, Cale Koenig, and Blake Reynolds. The defensive alignment for Belmont from left to right is Ian Austin, Boone Havens, and Wyatt Temperley. And from third to first, Chase Rickers, Griffin McNett, Beckett Heinrichs, and Thomas Freeman. Brady Lancaster doing the catching duties for the starting pitcher, Josiah Ruiz. Baseball Today brought to you by Paulson Farms LLC for all your big square and round baling needs. Plus, they do individual and line wrapping of bales. For info, call Dean at 778-2000. Paulson Farms LLC of Belmont. By Dave's Auto Body in Belmont, offering top-quality collision repair or minor automotive repair work, as well as a selection of pre-driven vehicles. Dave's Auto Body in Belmont. Brandon Davis at the plate, waiting for the first pitch from Josiah Ruiz. And the first pitch is a called ball, missed outside. Also brought to you by Pilling Electric Service and PE Pump Service in Montfort, Edward Jones Reese Wealth Management in Platteville. The 1-0 to Davis. Davis swings and misses. Count is 1-1. We're also sponsored by Utter Brothers Creamery in Boscobel, Garthwaite Real Estate, and New Home Construction, and by Saunders Oil Company of Warren, Illinois. The 1-1, swing and a miss, strike two. Got Davis with the fastball. The 1-2. Foul back to the backstop. Count stays at 1-2. McEwen Landscaping Services in Blanchardville, Bender Outdoors on the Square in the Lancaster, Clear Reflections Window Cleaning Service of Platteville, and Iverson Construction of Kieler. The 1-2 to Davis, and that one's outside for ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brandon Davis. Cale Koenig on deck. He'll be followed up by Blake Reynolds. Still scoreless here at River Ridge High School in Patch Grove. The 2-2. That one's high. Ball 3. Count goes full. 3-2. Davis back in the box. Here's the payoff from Ruiz. And that's a called strike 3. A backwards K for the first recorded out of the game for the Belmont Braves. 1 away. In the bottom of the first inning, still scoreless. Cale Koenig, the starting shortstop, now coming to the plate. Broadcast today brought to you by Northland Buildings and by Century 21, affiliated in Boscobel. See Bobby Joe, Hans, Allison, or Richard for all your real estate needs. Century 21 in Boscobel. First pitch to Koenig just clips the outer third of the strike zone for strike one. One out, nobody on, bottom of the first inning. Still scoreless between River Ridge and Belmont in high school baseball. And that is a called strike on the outer third. No balls, 2 strikes to Koenig. The 0-2 in the dirt for ball 1. Anytime Roofing. Visit AnytimeRoofingWI.com to see how Anytime Roofing can help you with your next roofing or siding project. 1-2 from Ruiz is high, just missed the strike zone. Count is 2-2. 2-2 count to the number 2 hitter, Cale Koenig. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the first inning, still scoreless. 2-2, just missed outside. Count goes full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Josiah Ruiz got Brandon Davis to strike out looking in the last at bat. Trying to record a second strikeout here. The 3-2. Hot foul. And it's going to go over to the softball field, I think. As long as it doesn't land on my head, that's okay. Count's still 3-2. And that is ball 4. Misses downstairs. So now 1 on, 1 out in the bottom of the first. Still scoreless. And now the number 3 hitter, Blake Reynolds, stepping up to the plate. Pitcher on pitcher matchup now. Reynolds stands in the box. Ruiz set to deal. Here's the first pitch. That one's a called strike, and trying to steal second is Koenig, and he does get the stolen base. River Ridge with the first runner in scoring position. Koenig able to slide well in advance of the tag. Now Ruiz looking back, and Koenig set to deal the pitch to Reynolds, and Reynolds swings and misses. And that will send Koenig to third. So 2 stolen bases for Koenig. Koenig is 90 feet away from getting across the plate and scoring the first run of the game. Runner at third, 1 out. Bottom of the first, still scoreless, but Reynolds trying to bring the first RBI. And he smashes this one into left field. That will drop for a base hit. And that will be an RBI single for Blake Reynolds, 1-0 River Ridge in front. Reynolds stays at first, and he smashed that ball. On a line, takes 1 hop into left field. And now Alan Hernandez at the plate. Today's starting third baseman for the Wolves. First pitch. Off-speed pitch and just misses the strike zone to make the count 1-0. The Melby Funeral Home and Crematory in Platteville offers a history of caring and understands that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and tradition. Matt and Laura Melby at the Melby Funeral Home and Crematory of Platteville. Ruiz checks the runner at first, throws to Thomas Freeman. Blake Reynolds gets back in time. The 1-0. Hernandez looks at that one, and it's a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Alan Hernandez. Jack White in the on-deck circle for River Ridge. The 1-2. Or the 1-1, beg your pardon. Now it's 2-1. River Ridge 1, Belmont 0. Bottom of the first inning, runner at first, 1 on, 1 out. Pitch is outside. Reynolds trying to steal second, and he slides in, and he's out. So Reynolds is caught stealing for the second out of the inning. And Hernandez trying to extend the inning for the Wolves. 2 away now in the bottom of the first. And he's got a 2-2 count. River Ridge with a 1-0 lead. Two-two pitch. This one fouled up. Still in play. Freeman trying to settle under it, and he will close the glove on it for the third out of the inning. River Ridge strikes first. 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and nobody left on base. We go to the second inning. River Ridge 1, Belmont 0. Braves out to bat next on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game 2.
This is Ben Baker, owner of Tri-State Roofing, LLC. Call us for free inspections on wind and hail damage. We do ag, home, and commercial metal applications. See our team for rubber membrane installation too. Tri-State Roofing offers several types of shingle applications, including impact-resistant shingles to guard against hail. All options are top-of-the-line products from reputable manufacturers and installed by our certified roof techs. Call Tri-State Roofing today.
Contact Russell Law Offices for local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington.
Streaming on this Queen Bee radio station is powered by Cunis, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram of Platteville. The Cunis Service Department cares for all makes and models. Open Monday through Saturday with shuttles and loaner vehicles available too. Head to Cunis in Platteville.
In Game 2.
Great Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school baseball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. The first pitch to Chase Rickers is a called strike. It's Rickers, Lancaster, and Temperley, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the order for Belmont, due up in the top of the second inning. Count is now 1-1 to Chase Rickers, the starting third baseman. Reynolds on the bump for River Ridge had 2 strikeouts in the first inning. The 1-1, that one's way high to make the count 2-1. West End Salvage of Lancaster, see Junkyard Joe Krantz and the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction and demolition waste too. West End Salvage of Lancaster. 2-1 to Rickers, and Rickers fouls that one back. Count is now 2-2. Russell offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington, and by Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialists. The pros at Brian's gets the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. The 2-2, and Rickers slaps this one to short, and Koenig able to catch it on the run before it gets to the outfield, snagging that one. It's a line out for Rickers. 1 away in the top of the second. River Ridge 1, Belmont nothing. Bradley Lancaster, the starting catcher, now at the plate for Belmont. Bats right-handed, wears 13. Looks at the first pitch, it misses downstairs for ball 1. Breckler Insurance Group, for all your insurance needs, see Steve Landusky at Breckler Insurance in Fenimore. Breckler Insurance, serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. And that one hit into left field, the first base hit for Belmont, as Reynolds, Cam Reynolds that is, able to get it from left field and throw it back to the infield to hold the runner at first. So Bradley Lancaster records a single. 1 on, 1 out, top of the second. River Ridge with a 1-0 lead. Now Wyatt Temperley, the right fielder, at the plate. Reynolds checks the runner at first, now deals, and the first pitch is high for ball 1. WCC Brands Custom Apparel in Kieler and at WCC-brands.com. Cole Acres Golf and Grill in Cuba City and at coleacresgolfandgrill.com. The 1-0 pitch, that one, solid contact made into center field. That drops for a base hit. Back-to-back singles for Belmont. 2 on, 1 out in the top of the second. Now Beckett Heinrichs, the number 8 hitter in the order. The second baseman wears number 4. Appears he's going to bat lefty. He steps in. Reynolds checks the runner at second. Heinrich shows bunt, but it's going to be a called strike. Applied Micro, your computer networking specialist in Platteville, Dodgeville, and appliedmicro.biz. Runners at first and second for Belmont, trailing 1-0. Top of the second inning, quick throw to second, and the runner gets back in time. Veterinary Associates of Hazel Green and Galena by Lyle Financial Group in Platteville. Reynolds deals. Shows bunt again, but it's going to be fouled off. Count is now no balls, 2 strikes. To Beckett Heinrichs, Josiah Ruiz, the starting pitcher in the on-deck circle for Belmont. River Ridge 1, Belmont nothing. Top of the second inning, runners at first and second. The 0-2 misses outside for ball one. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Hermson's for the perfect paint for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. 1-2 count. Drops the bunt and a slow roller down the first base side. Are they going to say runner's interference? Yes, they are. They're going to say Beckett Heinrichs ran into the ball as he dropped the bunt. And now the umpires are going to discuss it. So the runner is out. That will be the second out of the inning. The runners go back to first and second. And now Josiah Ruiz trying to help his cause at the plate. Starting pitcher for Belmont, he's got 2 runners on base with 2 outs in the top of the second. River Ridge 1, Belmont nothing. And now, further discussion. Coach Catry is talking with the home plate umpire, and I believe we're going to have a courtesy runner at second base. And running the bases will be Braden Bowers, number 2. Bowers had a nice leadoff for a second, and now we resume play. River Ridge 1, Belmont nothing. Runners at first and second. Reynolds checks at second, now deals the first pitch. Ruiz looks at it, and it's a called ball. Guthrie Trucking LLC of Bagley, always wishing the Wolves success. Guthrie Trucking LLC of Bagley. Reynolds deals, this one fouled up. And heads up on the softball field, and it's going to be fouled off and out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the second inning, River Ridge 1, Belmont nothing, but Belmont with runners at first and second. Ruiz grounds this one over to the first base side. It gets through the glove of Jackson White, trying to toss to first. It gets away, and the bases are loaded for Belmont. And we go back to the top of the order. We'll call that an E3. As Ian Austin now comes to the plate for Belmont. Bases juiced with 2 outs in the top of the second. Already a big moment in this game. Ian Austin at the plate. Struck out looking back in the first inning. The first pitch is in the dirt. It gets away from the catcher, but the runner's whole. Reynolds taking his time to get back to the mound and collect himself. Blue Jays Bar and Grill in Bloomington. Great taste like Blue Jays Friday Fish Fry and great pizza options are just some of what you'll find. See their menu on Facebook and at Blue Jays Bar and Grill in Bloomington. The 1-0 pitch misses downstairs. Count is 2 balls, no strikes to Ian Austin. Bases loaded for Belmont, trailing 1-0 in the top of the second inning. Reynolds deals, and this one slapped into left field. 1 run comes in. Runner rounds third, but holds up. And that's an RBI single for Ian Austin. We're tied at 1 in the top of the second inning. Bases still loaded for Belmont. Now Griffin McNett walked in his first at bat. Trying to bring some more runs in. First pitch by Reynolds off speed, and a called strike. Ruddy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont for all of your agricultural, commercial, and residential needs. Call Ruddy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont. The 0-1. Just missed. Count is 1-1. Reynolds gives the nod. He deals the 1-1. That one just missed high. Count is Or no, they say it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Reynolds trying to get out of the jam. Here's the pitch. That one's high for ball 2. Or no, they corrected on the scoreboard. Now it's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Griffin McNett at the plate for Belmont. And McNett fouls this one down the third base side. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded with 2 out in the top of the second. We're tied at 1 apiece. Reynolds. And now time called. Griffin McNett steps out of the box, now back in. Reynolds ready to deal the payoff. Here it is. And that's a called strike 3. Struck out looking. The bases are left loaded for Belmont, but 1 run gets across on 3 hits and 1 error. We go to the bottom of the second. River Ridge 1, Belmont 1. Wolves out to bat next on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 3. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TALK5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TALK5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code TALK5 to get up to a $5 bonus on your first tank. In Game 3.
High school baseball on ESPN Radio brought to you by Sire T Auto Body, complete collision repair with PPG paint warranty. Spray and bed liners, free pickup and delivery, and loaner cars too. Sire T's also handles your claim process. Call Eric at Sire T's in Bloomington. The first pitch to Jack White is a strike. Now Ruiz set to deal the 0-1. And White slaps this one over to the third base side. It gets through the glove of Chase Rickers, and that will be a base hit for Jack White. 1 on, nobody out. Bottom of the second inning, River Ridge 1, Belmont 1. Jack White's followed up by Draven Morris, the designated hitter, batting in place of number 13, Reese Drew, who plays second base. Noah Copsey also due up for River Ridge. And a snap throw to first. Runner gets back. Josiah Ruiz, another throw to first, trying to keep Jack White close to first base, and he gets back safely. Ruiz now deals, and that one's high for ball 1. Doan's Auto Care Center, Patrick Doan can assist with all of your vehicle maintenance, batteries, coolant, flushes, oil changes, tires, and more. Doan's Auto Center, Patrick Doan of Belmont. 1-0 pitch to Morris, and Morris, a big hack, but swings and misses. Count is 1-1. Lely Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist Jordan Wilson at Lely Center Monroe. Ruiz gives the nod. Now throws the 1-1. And that one misses outside for ball 2. Snap throw to first. And the runner gets back in time. I think Thomas Freeman may have dropped the ball as he fell to the ground. But the count is 2-1 to Draven Morris, the second batter in the bottom of the second inning. River Ridge 1, Belmont 1. Runner at first, nobody out. And the 2-1 pitch is a called strike, just clips the inner third. 2-2 count, one on, nobody out. Bottom of the second, River Ridge 1, Belmont 1. Josiah Ruiz on the mound. Draven Morris at the plate for River Ridge. And Morris looks at that one, and it just misses the strike zone. We go full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Joe's Overhead and Seamless Gutters wishing all area teams good luck. Joe's Overhead Doors and Seamless Gutters of Belmont. Ruiz with another check to the runner at first. Snap throw. Runner gets back. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health, starts here. Payoff pitch. Draven Morris looks at that one, and it's ball 4. Morris reaches on base. Runners now at first and second with nobody out. And that brings up Noah Copsey, number 22, the starting center fielder for River Ridge. Ruiz with the nod, now deals. And Noah Copsey hits this one into straightaway center field, and that will drop for a base hit. And the runner will hold at third. Bases are loaded for River Ridge in the bottom of the second inning. Single walk single for River Ridge. Now the right fielder, Aaron Bedward, up to the dish. The Economy Feed Mill in Bloomington, Glen Haven, and Fenimore, featuring custom blends and more for your operation. The Economy Feed Mill in Bloomington, Glen Haven, and Fenimore. Ruiz deals, swing and a miss, strike 1. Aaron Bedward tried to launch that one. Cam Reynolds on deck for River Ridge. 3 on, nobody out. Bottom of the second. And the 0-1 pitch is a called strike. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout thrown by Josiah Ruiz in the game. 1 away. With the bases loaded for River Ridge in the bottom of the second inning. River Ridge 1, Belmont 1. And now Cam Reynolds at the plate. Reynolds looks at the first pitch. Umpire calls strike. Southwest Health has 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists. You can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. A golf swing and a miss by Cam Reynolds. Makes the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded with 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. And a called strike 3, a backwards K. And Josiah Ruiz 1 out away from getting out of a big-time jam in the bottom of the second. Brandon Davis at the plate. He struck out looking in his first at-bat back in the first inning. Ruiz gives the nod. Now deals. And Davis checks his swing. Toss throw to first. And the runner is out. A wild pitch. Got past the catcher, Brady Lancaster, but he's able to toss it to first, or to home plate, excuse me, and able to tag Jack White out, and that will end the inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. We are through 2 innings at River Ridge High School in Patch Grove. It's River Ridge 1, Belmont 1. Braves up to bat next on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
in Game 4.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Fuller's Milker Center and GIA have the management tools you need to keep your dairy's profitability at your fingertips 24 hours a day. From many choices of reliable electronic ID to effective time-saving sort gates to the state-of-the-art Dairy Plan C21, monitor and control your parlor systems as you manage your whole herd. Contact Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your GIA dealer in Lancaster and Richland Center for details on the latest ID systems and sort gates that can help your dairy's efficiency, putting you and your cows in the fast lane.
In Game 4.
Top of the third inning at River Ridge High School in Patch Grove. Belmont 1, River Ridge 1. On our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school baseball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Boone Havens, Thomas Freeman, and Chase Rickers, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up for Belmont in the top half of the third frame. Game brought to you by the Sports Page Bar and Grill and Venue. They're now open and serving their full menu, Friday fish and Sunday brunch, booking parties as well. Sports Page Bar and Grill and Venue, open Wednesday through Sunday, 11 to close. Tyler Dictanis with you with the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. Ayers Furniture in downtown Ridgeway for free delivery on heirloom quality furniture. For what's sure to be the best seat in your home, be sure to visit Ayers Furniture and ayersfurniture.com. Boone Havens at the plate in the top half of the third inning. Looks at the first pitch, and it's a called strike. Havens struck out in his first at-bat back in the first inning. Blake Reynolds with the pitch. Looks at that one, and it's downstairs for ball one. Three strikeouts for Blake Reynolds on the game. This will be grounded foul on the first base side to make the count 1-2. River Ridge 1, Belmont 1. Top half of the third inning. River Ridge scored in the first, Belmont scored in the second. Reynolds deals, and that one's inside to make the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Paulson Farms LLC for all your big, square, and round baling needs. Plus, they do individual and line wrapping of bales. Call Dean at 778-2000, Paulson Farms LLC of Belmont. The count is now full to Boone Havens. Reynolds with the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fourth strikeout of the game for Boone Havens. Now Thomas Freeman at the plate, popped out in his first at-bat back in the first inning. Medical Associates Clinic, your trusted tri-state healthcare provider, serving the Cuba City, Lancaster, and Platteville communities. And the first pitch to Freeman is a called strike. Also brought to you by Kunis Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram of Platteville, powering our audio stream. The Kunis Service Department cares for all makes and models and is open Monday through Saturday. Head to Kunis in Platteville. Freeman looks at that pitch, and that is a called strike. No balls, 2 strikes to Thomas Freeman. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the third inning, River Ridge 1, Belmont 1. The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 up, 2 down in the top half of the third. Chase Rickers trying to extend the inning for Belmont. Lined out in his last at-bat in the second inning. Steps into the box. Reynolds gives the nod. Here's a delivery. First pitch, off speed, called strike. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Ginger and the gang a call. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. That pitch in the dirt. It's like Reynolds lost his footing when he threw that pitch. Count is now 1-1 to Chase Rickers. River Ridge 1, Belmont 1. 2 out, nobody on in the top half of the third inning. The 1-1. Nice pitch there by Reynolds. It's a called strike. 1-2 strikes to Chase Rickers. Reynolds 1 pitch away from striking out the side. Here's the 1-2. That one's way high, bouncing off the glove of Brandon Davis. Count is at 2-2. Carver's Hardwood Flooring. For hardwood flooring, stair installation, or refinishing needs, call Ryan Carver, the International Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton. Here's the 2-2. This one grounded over to the third base side. Hernandez trying to make the play. Throws to first. And that is in time for the out. What a play by Hernandez. Rickers goes down 5-3. 3 up, 3 down. Strikeout, ground out. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the third inning. River Ridge 1, Belmont 1. Wolves up to bat next on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 5.
Life can get busy. Work, family, endless to-do lists, but don't let your health take a backseat. A mammogram is an important screening that only takes a few minutes, and it could be a step toward peace of mind for you and your loved ones. Whether it's your first or your annual visit, Grant Regional makes it quick, easy, and it's one thing you can check off your list. Make your health a priority. Schedule your mammogram today, accepting medical associates, dean, and quartz insurance to name a few. Grant Regional Health Center. Better health starts here.
If you're upgrading a home or business, call the trusted pros at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. They offer a premium selection of CHI overhead doors, combining style, durability, and security for both residential and commercial properties. Need rain gutters to protect your building from water damage? Carey's has you covered there too. Learn more at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. They sell the best and service the rest. Get the quality you deserve at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, and Prairie du Chien.
In Game 5.
We go to the bottom of the third inning. River Ridge 1, Belmont 1 on our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school baseball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Shoebox scoreboard update. It's 2-1 in the softball game, just about 60 feet away from where I am. You can catch that game on 97.7 Country WGLR and also watch on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. The first pitch as Davis launches this one into center field, and that will drop for a base hit. Brandon Davis with a leadoff single for the Wolves in the bottom of the third inning. Cale Koenig will come to the plate. Blake Reynolds will be on deck. Cale Koenig was walked in his first at-bat, stole 2 bases, and scored on the RBI single from Reynolds in the throw to first to keep Davis there. Davis gets back in time. First pitch to Koenig, looks at that one, it's down and away for ball 1. Today's game brought to you by Sloan Implement, your official John Deere dealer in Bloomington, Cuba City, Montfort, and at Sloans.com. The 1-0 pitch. Thought about swinging. It was a good thing he didn't because it's a call ball. Or no, they say it's a strike. They corrected it on the scoreboard. 2-0 the count to Cale Koenig. Koenig looks at that pitch, and that is clearly a strike right down the middle. Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware do it best. See Rob Krantz and the crew for full service repair on cars and light trucks too. Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware do it best in Fenimore. Brandon Davis, the runner at first for River Ridge. 1 on, nobody out. Bottom of the third. River Ridge 1, Belmont 1. Koenig thought about swinging at that one, but looked at that one downstairs, and it's a called ball. 3 balls, 1 strike to Cale Koenig. Again, he was walked in his last at-bat in the first inning. Ruiz gives the nod. Here's the 3-1. That one fouled to the backstop. We go to the full count. Bouse Electric, call Brad Adrian and Josh Busher. Bouse Electric, Lancaster, and Fenimore. People's State Bank for personal, home, business, and ag loans. Visit one of their area convenient locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC. Full count to Cale Koenig. Here's the pitch. Koenig grounds this one to the first base side. Davis able to field it cleanly. He'll touch first. So Koenig grounds into a fielder's choice. That advances Brandon Davis to second. 1 on, 1 out in the bottom of the third. River Ridge 1, Belmont 1. The number 3 hitter, Blake Reynolds, coming up to the plate, had the RBI single. Back in the first inning, and then was caught stealing for the second out. Baseball brought to you by Gary's Pest Control in Dickeyville. Gary's Pest Control salutes our local athletes. Gary's Pest Control with over 40 years of professional friendly service. As Reynolds steps into the box. First pitch, pops this one up, and it fouled over to the softball field. And the count is 0-1. SoundCloud is where you can find archived audio of our broadcast. Download the SoundCloud app and search Queen Bee Radio Sports, powered by Herm's Ace Hardware and Home Center. Ruiz checking the runner at first, now time called. Reynolds steps out of the box. Community First Bank, freeing the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. See at bank.com. Member FDIC. A 1 pitch inside. Reynolds backs away. Count is 1-1. McNutt Electric and Belmont can assist with all of your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNutt Electric are on call, ready to help you. McNutt Electric in Belmont. Ruiz checking Davis at second. Deals the pitch. That went in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 on, 1 out. Bottom of the third inning. River Ridge 1, Belmont 1. High school baseball on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. No rain yet in Patch Grove. 2-1. Just misses the strike zone. 3-1 now the count. The 3-1, it's in the dirt for ball 4. Reynolds reaches base on a walk. Runners at first and second for River Ridge in the bottom of the third inning with 1 out. And the cleanup hitter, Alan Hernandez, coming to the plate. He popped out in his last at-bat to end the first inning. Ruiz gives the nod, looks at second, now deals. And that pitch just missed outside for ball 1. First response excavation and grading of Bloomington and by Fritz's Burner Service in Darlington. Now, conference between Ruiz and Brady Lancaster while they chat. Tell you that our broadcast is brought to you by Guthrie Trucking LLC of Bagley. And by Jones Auto Body in Belmont, offering top quality collision repair or minor automotive repair work, as well as a selection of pre-driven vehicles. Days Auto Body in Belmont. And Hernandez fouls this one over the backstop and out of play. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike to Alan Hernandez. Brandon Davis, the runner at second. Blake Reynolds, the runner at first for River Ridge in the bottom of the third. Tie ball game between River Ridge and Belmont, the co-champions of the Six Rivers West last year. And getting back to second in time is Brandon Davis, just getting there. Jack White in the on-deck circle for River Ridge. Here's the pitch. This one popped up and heads up. And it just misses the bleachers behind home plate of the softball game going on right behind me. Nobody's safe. One and two the count to Alan Hernandez. Runners at first and second for River Ridge. Ruiz with the delivery, and this one fouled to the backstop. Count stays at 1-2. Today's game brought to you by Pilling Electric Service and PE Pump Service in Montford, Edward Jones Reese-Wealth Management in Platteville, and by Utter Brothers Creamery in Boscobel. 1-2. This one grounded over the pitcher's head. Tag at second and a throw to first in time for the double play. One left on base for River Ridge. No runs, one hit, and no errors. We are through 3 at River Ridge High School in Patch Grove. River Ridge 1, Belmont 1. The Braves are up to bat next on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 6.
Kelleher dribbling, 6 seconds in the half, and almost had it stolen, gets it back, puts up on top of the silo, 3 and banks it in!
Queen Bee Radio's Steve Prestigard recently faced some medical issues and had to take time away from work. He's back now, but facing a mountain of medical bills. You can help. Stop by our tailgate drive-through cookout for Steve Thursday, April 16th from 11 to 1 at our Queen Bee Radio studios in Platteville. Steve's made a difference in our community, and so can you.
And thank you for joining us all season long.
What's on Tap brought to you by Miller Lite, Original Light Beer. Rooting for the Brew Crew because we're from Milwaukee too. Tastes like Miller time. Fans, here's the Quick Trip to the Ballpark ticket offer. Spend $200 at participating Quick Trip locations and get a free Terrace Reserve ticket to a 2026 Brewers home game. Check brewers.com/Quick Trip for more details. Milwaukee Brewers baseball and Miller Lite.
In Game 6.
River Ridge 1, Belmont 1. We go to the top of the 4th inning on our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school baseball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered by Lely Center Monroe, and H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical. The stadium lights have turned on. It's 1-1 here in the baseball game and in the softball game on 97.7 Country WGLR between River Ridge and Belmont. The Wolves have a 4-1 lead on the Braves. And Rob Spangler calling that one on 97.7 Country WGLR. And you can watch that on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Brady Lancaster at the plate for the Braves. Looks at the first pitch. It's eye level. Count is 1-0. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up. It's Lancaster, Temperley, and Heinrichs due up. 1-0 pitch. This will be popped up. Foul territory on the third base side, and Reynolds comes from the pitcher spot. Calls everyone off. 1 away in the top of the 4th. Wyatt Temperley now coming to the plate, singled in his last at-bat in the 2nd inning. 1 out, nobody on, top of the 4th. River Ridge 1, Belmont 1. Reynolds with the dish, or the delivery, I should say, and it's in the dirt for ball 1. Game tonight sponsored by Garthwaite Real Estate and New Home Construction, McEwen Landscaping Services in Blanchardville, Saunders Oil Company of Warren, Illinois. 1-0 pitch, and this one lifted to deep right field in foul territory, and Aaron Bedward able to track that one down. 2 away in the top of the 4th. Now back at Heinrichs. Ran into a foul ball to be called out in his last at-bat. And the first pitch misses outside for ball 1. River Ridge 1, Belmont 1, 6 Rivers West baseball from Patch Grove. 1-0. This one grounded on the first base side. Jack White able to field it cleanly. He'll tag the base. And the Braves go down in order. Pop out, fly out, ground out. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. River Ridge 1, Belmont 1. Wolves at the bat next on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 7.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-824-0593 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-824-0593. That's 800-824-0593. What do you have to lose? Call 800-824-0593. Again, 800-824-0593.
In Game 7.
We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's River Ridge 1, Belmont 1 on our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school baseball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Jack White, Draven Morris, and Noah Copsey due up for the River Ridge Timberwolves in the bottom of the fourth. Jack White at the plate, singled in his last at-bat in the second inning, and the first pitch is in the dirt for ball one. River Ridge scored in the first inning thanks to an RBI single from Blake Reynolds. They have 1 run on 4 hits so far, and they've left 3 runners on base to this point. Count is now 1-1 to Jack White. And the 1-1 pitch misses inside for ball 2. Today's game brought to you by Northland Buildings, as the 2-1 is in the dirt to make the count 3-1 to Jack White. Also by Century 21 affiliated in basketball. See Bobby Joe, Hans, Allison, or Richard for all your real estate needs. Century 21 in basketball. The 3-1 pitch catches the strike zone. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Jack White. Payoff pitch in the dirt for ball 4. Jack White reaches base on balls. 1 on, nobody out in the bottom of the fourth. River Ridge 1, Belmont 1. Draven Morris, the designated hitter, coming to the plate. He was walked in his last at-bat in the second inning. Morris batting lefty. He's trying to keep Jack White at first. First pitch is a called ball. West End Salvage of Lancaster. See Junkyard Joe Cranston, the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction and demolition waste too. West End Salvage of Lancaster. The 1-0 pitch misses inside for ball 2. Two-0 count to Draven Morris, runner at first, and Jack White gets back to first in time as Ruiz checked the runner. And the 2-0 pitch catches the inner third of the strike zone to make the count 2-1 as there are some light sprinkles making its way to the field here in Patch Grove. Then 2-1 pitch catches the upper third of the strike zone to make the count 2 balls, 2 strikes to Draven Morris. 1 on, nobody out in the bottom of the fourth. Tie ball game at 1. That is a called strike. Or excuse me, a ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count is full for Draven Morris, the designated hitter. And he looks at that one. It's inside for ball 4. Ball gets away from the catcher. And runners at first and second for River Ridge in the bottom of the fourth. Now Coach Catchery going to come to the mound and bring his infield in. And we'll see if we're going to have a pitching change here potentially. Game brought to you by Anytime Roofing. Visit AnytimeRoofingWI.com to see how Anytime Roofing can help you with your next roofing or siding project. The Melby Funeral Home and Crematory in Platteville offers a history of caring and understands that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and tradition. Matt and Laura Melby at the Melby Funeral Home and Crematory of Platteville. Shoebox scoreboard update in the softball game. They are tied at 4 apiece between River Ridge and Belmont. You can catch that on 97.7 Country WGLR and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Mount Conference is over. Ruiz is going to stay on the bump. Noah Copsey coming to the plate for River Ridge. Copsey had a single in his first at bat in the second inning. Runners at first and second for River Ridge. Nobody out in the bottom of the fourth. Tie ball game at 1. Copsey looks at the first pitch, and it's a called strike. Russell offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington, and Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist. The pros at Brian's gets the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint. In Lancaster, Copsey grounds this one over to the third base side. Ricker's able to field it, tosses to second, forces the runner out there. So a fielder's choice puts runners at the corners for River Ridge. One away in the bottom of the fourth. As the sprinkles starting to become a little bit more prevalent here at the Baseball Diamond in Patch Grove. Ruiz looks at first. Now deals. Copsey taking off for second, and he will reach second base safely. So runners at second and third for the Wolves. 2 on, 1 out, bottom of the fourth. River Ridge 1, Belmont 1. Aaron Bedward struck out his last at bat. Looks at that pitch, and the count is 1-1. Cam Reynolds on deck for the Wolves. And this one grounded to the third base side. It gets through the glove of Rickers. Jack White scores for River Ridge, and Copsey slides into home plate. 2 runs come in on the 2-run single by Aaron Bedward. River Ridge 3, Belmont 1. 1 on and 1 out in the bottom of the fourth, and I believe we will see a pitching change. Ruiz gives the ball to Coach Catry, and we'll see who the Braves send in. Pitching change here at River Ridge High School. River Ridge 3, Belmont 1. More from the bottom of the fourth inning after this on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 8.
Hello, Mitch here from Kieler Family Dental. There's never been a better time to explore what's possible for you and your family at our 3 state-of-the-art facilities. From routine dental care to same-day crowns to clear aligners, veneers, and implants, we cover a wide spectrum of dental services. Call our team and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
This is Ben Baker, owner of Tri-State Roofing, LLC. Call us for free inspections on wind and hail damage. We do ag, home, and commercial metal applications. See our team for rubber membrane installation too. Tri-State Roofing offers several types of shingle applications, including impact-resistant shingles to guard against hail. All options are top-of-the-line products from reputable manufacturers and installed by our certified roof techs. Call Tri-State Roofing today.
In Game 8.
We're in the bottom of the fourth inning after a pitching change for the Belmont Braves. And warming up for Belmont is going to be Ian Austin. Started the game in left field. He will now handle the pitching duties in place of Josiah Ruiz, who pitched 3 1/3 innings. Allowed 3 runs on 5 hits. He had 5 walks and 3 strikeouts. The first pitch swung on and missed for Cam Reynolds. Struck out looking in his first at bat in the second inning. Runner at first for River Ridge. That's Aaron Bedward, who cashed in on the 2-run single for that last commercial break. Count is now 1-1 to Cam Reynolds. Brandon Davis in the on-deck circle for River Ridge in the bottom of the 4th. That pitch off the glove of the catcher, Brady Lancaster, and runner gets back to first in time. Bedward thought about taking off for second. Ian Austin, the new pitcher for Belmont, gives the nod. Now deals the 2-1. That one's high for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 on, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th, River Ridge 3, Belmont 1. 6 Rivers West Baseball on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Tyler Dictanis with you at the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. And that's a called strike. Cam Reynolds looked at that one right down the middle. Ian Austin looking to record his first strikeout. Austin with the nod, delivers, swing and a miss, strike 3. Ian strikes out his first batter. 2 away now in the bottom of the 4th. Runner at first for the Wolves. Back to the top of the order. Brandon Davis at the dish. 1 for 2. Struck out in the first. Singled in the 3rd. And that pitch is a ball. Game brought to you by Breckler Insurance Group. For all your insurance needs, see Steve Lendeski at Breckler Insurance in Fenimore. Breckler Insurance serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. And Davis fouls this one over the backstop and out of play. Also brought to you by WCC Brands Custom Apparel in Kieler and at WCC-brands.com. Cole Acres Golf and Grill in Cuba City and at ColeAcresGolfandGrill.com. Applied Micro, your computer networking specialist in Platteville, and AppliedMicro.biz. Count is now 2-1 to Brandon Davis. Again, 1 for 2 on the game. Has a runner at first with 2 out in the bottom of the 4th. River Ridge with a 2-run lead. Ian Austin with the pitch. And that one just misses outside. Count is 3-1 to Davis. Ian Austin deals the 3-1. It's high for ball 4. Brandon Davis reaches base on a walk. Now Cale Koenig comes up to the plate. Was walked in the first, stole 2 bases, and scored in the first inning, and then grounded into a fielder's choice on the 3rd. And Koenig has to back away from that pitch inside. Count is 1-0. Ian Austin checking the runner at second. Now deals, it's an off-speed pitch and clips the lower third of the strike zone to make the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Applied Micro, your computer networking specialist in Platteville, Dodgeville, and AppliedMicro.biz, veterinary associates of Hazel Green and Galena. And I believe Koenig was just hit by a pitch. And now the base is loaded again for River Ridge with a 3-1 lead in the bottom of the 4th. Blake Reynolds, the number 3 hitter in the order, at the plate, had an RBI single in the first and was walked in the 3rd. The first pitch is a called strike. Covering up the equipment to make sure I don't get electrocuted on live radio. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt for ball one. Also brought to you by Lyle Financial Group in Platteville and Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Herms's for the perfect paint for your next project. Herms's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. Count is now 2-1 to Blake Reynolds. If Reynolds reaches base, Alan Hernandez is on deck for River Ridge. Base is loaded for the Wolves. And the ball gets away from the catcher, and scoring is Aaron Bedward. Aaron Bedward scores on a pass ball. And it's now 4-1 River Ridge in front of Belmont. Blake Reynolds at the plate. That one gets away from the catcher again. And sliding is Brandon Davis. Another run comes in on a wild pitch. 5-1 River Ridge in front with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Runner at third. Cale Koenig, the base runner at third base. Reynolds back in the box with a full count. And that's a called strike 3, a backwards K for Blake Reynolds. But a 4-run inning for the Wolves. 4 runs on 2 hits. No errors and 1 left on base. To the 5th inning we go. River Ridge 5, Belmont 1 on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 9, contact Russell Law Offices for local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Streaming on this Queen Bee radio station is powered by Cunis, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram of Platteville. The Cunis Service Department cares for all makes and models. Open Monday through Saturday with shuttles and loaner vehicles available too. Head to Cunis in Platteville.
In Game 9.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school baseball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. River Ridge scores 4 runs in the bottom half of the 4th inning and now lead 5-1 with the Braves up to bat. And the first pitch is going to be hit to deep right field. Bedward settles under it, and that will retire the batter, Josiah Ruiz. Back to the top of the order with Ian Austin at the plate. First pitch is a called strike. The rain has officially arrived here in Patch Grove. Swing and a miss, strike 2 for Ian Austin. Struck out in the first inning, had an RBI single in the second, accounting for the only run for the Braves. 0-2 pitch misses outside to make the count 1-2 strikes with 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 5th. River Ridge with a 5-1 lead. And that pitch misses outside to make the count 2-2. Reynolds with the delivery and a called strike 3. Reynolds dealing. Six strikeouts for Reynolds on the game. 2 away in the top of the 5th. River Ridge 5, Belmont 1. Griffin McNett at the plate for the Braves. That skips into the dirt before it reaches home plate for ball 1. And that pitch is a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Griffin McNett. Boone Havens in the on-deck circle for the Braves. And McNett lifts this one into left center field, and chasing that one down is Cam Reynolds. And the Braves go down in order. Fly out, strikeout, fly out. To the bottom of the 5th inning we go. River Ridge with a 5-1 lead on the Belmont Braves. More after this on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 10.
Hi, this is Christine Raleigh of Raleigh Cheese, wishing all area athletes successful seasons. Cheese is a great source of protein for school lunches or a snack before the big game. Stop in and try some of our award-winning artisan cheeses like Dunbarton Blue, Red Rock, and Little Mountain. We have fresh cheese curds weekly and a wide variety of snacks and beverages, plus made-to-order cheese trays. Shop locally and taste the difference of handmade Wisconsin cheese at Raleigh Cheese House on the corner of Highways 11 and 23, Shellsburg.
In Grant, Iowa, or Lafayette counties, master electrician Vince Graney and Graney Electric specialize in commercial, agricultural, and residential wiring. From blown fuses to dead outlets, electrical problems can be challenging for homeowners. At Graney Electric in Platteville, they're dedicated to solving clients' electrical problems quickly and accurately at affordable prices. For new construction, repair issues, or maintenance, reliability and integrity have made Graney Electric the company you can count on to make your electrical problems go away. Give Vince a call at 608-732-0327. In Game 10.
Today's game on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Brought to you by Sire T Auto Body, complete collision repair with PPG paint warranty, spray and bed liners. Free pickup and delivery and loaner cars too. Sire Tees also handles your claim process. Call Eric at Sire Tees. In Bloomington, a big swing and a miss for the first batter of the inning for River Ridge to make the count 0-1. This is Alan Hernandez. 0 for 2 so far on the game. Swings and misses at that one to make the count 0-2. Hernandez popped out in the first and hit into a double play in the 3rd inning. And Hernandez lifts this one into shallow right field, and coming in to get that one is Wyatt Temperley. 1 away. In the bottom of the 5th, River Ridge 5, Belmont 1. Jack White at the plate, singled in the 2nd, was walked in the 4th. Ian Austin on the bump. And fouls this one down the 3rd base side. It's going to go over the dugout on the River Ridge side. Blue Jays Bar and Grill in Bloomington. Great taste like Blue Jays Friday Fish Fry and great pizza options are just some of what you'll find. See their menu on Facebook and at Blue Jays Bar and Grill in Bloomington. Jack White looks at that one, and it's outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont. For all of your agricultural, commercial, and residential needs, call Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont. The 1-1 pitch misses upstairs to make the count 2-1. Doan's Auto Care Center. Patrick Doan can assist with all of your vehicle maintenance needs. As the 2-1 goes to 3-1 for Jack White at the plate. Looking to reach base for the 3rd time of this game. Ian Austin with the delivery. And that one just clips the outer 3rd of the strike zone to make the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. In the bottom of the 5th, River Ridge 5, Belmont 1. Ian Austin dealing. It's in the dirt for ball 4. Draven Morris now coming up to the plate. He was walked in both his plate appearances in the second and fourth innings. Sports Page Bar, Grill, and Venue now open, serving their full menu, Friday fish and Sunday brunch, booking parties. Sports Page Bar, Grill, and Venue open Wednesday through Sunday, 11 to close. And looks like we have a new pitcher coming on for the Braves. And this is number 17, Chase Rickers, as he warms up. We'll take a quick break as well. River Ridge 5, Belmont 1, 1 out in the bottom of the fifth. Actually, we'll keep it here. I'll tell you that our game is brought to you by Southwest Health, with over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. The Economy Feed Mill in Bloomington, Glen Haven, and Fenimore, featuring custom blends and more for your operation. The Economy Feed Mill in Bloomington, Glen Haven, and Fenimore. Lely Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist, Jordan Wilson, at Lely Center Monroe. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. Joe's Overhead and Seamless Gutters, wishing all area teams good luck. Joe's Overhead Doors and Seamless Gutters of Belmont. Also by Bender Outdoors on the Square in Lancaster. Clear Reflections Window Cleaning Service of Platteville. Iverson Construction of Kieler. Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com. Member FDIC. McNutt Electric at Belmont can assist with all of your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNutt Electric are on call. I'm ready to help you. McNutt Electric in Belmont. Claire Bank with their 8 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin. Fritz's Burner Service in Darlington, and First Response Excavation and Grading in Bloomington. Bottom of the fifth inning. Runner at first for River Ridge. 1 on, 1 out. Ridge with a 5-1 lead. Rickers looked like he was going to deal, but checks the runner at first, and Jack White gets back to first base in time. A snap throw to first. Ball gets away from Freeman, and Jack White is going to hold at first. Tyler Dictanis with you with the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth, as the rain is officially here. Everything's getting wet. And the pitch is a called strike. Draven Morris at the plate. Again, was walked in the second and fourth innings. Noah Copsey on deck for the Wolves. And that pitch is low. Sliding into second base safely is Jack White. So Jack White gets his first stolen base of the game. Another runner in scoring position for River Ridge. Ridge 5, Belmont 1. A 1-1 count to Draven Morris. And Morris swings and misses. Big hack. Makes the count 1-2. Rickers set to deal the 1-2. Here's a delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Draven Morris strikes out. Noah Copsey comes up to the plate. Singled in the second, grounded into a fielder's choice in the fourth. He's 1 for 2 on the game. 1 on, 2 outs in the bottom of the fifth. Chase Rickers checking the runner at second. And time called. And they're going to, or hang on, what's going on here? They're going to say Copsey called time. So Jack White should go back to second base. So Copsey steps back into the box, awaiting the first pitch from Rickers. River Ridge 5, Belmont 1. Bottom of the 5th inning, Six Rivers West baseball. That one's in the dirt. Gets under the catcher, but the runner holds at second base. And that one is inside, and ball gets behind the catcher. Runner advances to third base. So Jack White, 90 feet away from scoring for River Ridge. Noah Copsey trying to bring him home. And that pitch is in the dirt off the chest protector of the catcher. But good reaction there by Lancaster to keep the ball in front of him. 2-0 count to Copsey. Copsey showing bunt, pulls the bat back, and the umpire calls strike. Count is 3-1. And Copsey looks at that one, and it's ball 4. Copsey reaches base. Base on balls for Noah Copsey. Runners at the corners now for River Ridge with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Ridge with a 5-1 lead. Now Aaron Bedward at the plate, struck out in the second inning, but had the 2-run single. They got the scoring started in the 4th for River Ridge, bringing in 2 of the 4 runs in that 4th inning frame. And that pitch is inside, and they call strike. Showed the ball on the scoreboard initially, but then corrected it to say it's a strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Aaron Bedward. River Ridge 5, Belmont 1, 0-2 count. To Aaron Bedward, the number 8 hitter in the order. Cam Reynolds on deck for River Ridge. Runners at the corners. And a called strike 3 to end the inning. River Ridge leaves 2 on base. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. We go to the top of the 6th. River Ridge 5, Belmont 1. Top of the 6th coming up next on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 11.
Like any business, success in dairying is often determined by who you know rather than what you know. That's why it's good to know the pros at Fuller's, your Gia dealer. Fuller's is your source for the hygiene brand of products, as well as other dairy hygiene products. Make your operation more efficient and profitable, and get the most out of your dairy herd by partnering with the experts at Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your local Gia dealer in Lancaster, Richland Center, and FullersMilkerCenter.com.
When pain or injury slows you down, Medical Associates Orthopedics is here to help you get back in motion. From joint and muscle care to sports-related injuries, our teams work together to create a plan that fits your life. Whether you're on the field or just staying active, you have us to help you get moving again. Medical Associates Orthopedics. Call 563-584-4460. That's 563-584-4460. Or visit mahealthcare.com.
In Game 11.
Boone Havens, Thomas Freeman, and Chase Rickers due up for the Belmont Braves in the top of the 6th inning. River Ridge 5, Belmont 1. And the count is now 1 ball, 1 strike. So Boone Havens struck out in both his plate appearances in the 1st and 3rd innings. Swings and misses, try to dig that one out of the dirt. Count is 1-2. 1-2 pitch, misses outside for ball 2. After the game, we'll have a very abbreviated post-game show. This one fouled to the backstop. 1, because it's raining, and 2, because of the rain, my stat sheet is completely disintegrated now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And this one lifted into shallow left. Koenig chasing that one down. And they say that's an out. I thought Koenig might have dropped the ball with the way that the reaction was out in left field. But 1 away in the top of the 6th, River Ridge with a 5-1 lead. Thomas Freeman at the plate. Freeman popped out in the first, struck out in the third. One pitch is in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike to Thomas Freeman. Chase Rickers in the on-deck circle for the Braves. Got our Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show coming up after the game. It'll be very abbreviated. Pick out a Tricor turning point. West End Salvage Scrapper of the game. 2-1 now the count to Thomas Freeman. Also had the Herm's Ace Hardware MVP. Reynolds deals. This one lifted into shallow right. And it'll be Reese Drew fielding it cleanly for the Wolves. 2 away. In the top of the 6th. Chase Rickers lined out in the second and hit into a 5-3 ground out as Koenig dives to keep it alive and able to keep the ball from going into the outfield, but that will be an infield single for Chase Rickers. 1 on, 2 out in the top of the 6th. As Reynolds trying to knock the dirt from his cleats. Give him better footing on these pitches here, trying to be the only pitcher of the game for River Ridge. In a game where they are playing their 3rd game in 4 days, and they also have another game tomorrow. And the first pitch is high for ball 1. River Ridge 5, Belmont 1, top of the 6th, 1 on and 2 out. Brady Lancaster in the box for the Braves, singled in the second, popped out in the 4th. Chase Rickers at first base for the Braves. 2-0 pitch, outside for ball 3. Reynolds losing a bit of control here. The 3-0 catches the strike zone to make the count 3-1. And the 3-1 is fouled off to make the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, 2 out, top of the 6th. River Ridge 5, Belmont 1. Reynolds looks at first. Now deals, runner takes off, swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout for Reynolds. The Braves leave 1 stranded. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. River Ridge 5, Belmont 1. More from Patch Grove after this on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 12.
Having chronic knee pain shouldn't mean giving up the things you enjoy. Grant Regional Health Center's orthopedic team now offers the latest technology with robotic-assisted knee replacement surgery. This significant advancement combines the expertise of our surgical team with the precise accuracy of robotic technology. Innovative surgery, compassionate care, right in Lancaster. Learn more at grantregional.com/me or call us at 608-723-2131. Grant Regional Health Center. Better health starts here.
Whether it's on the farm, at the job site, or just the front lawn, Napa has the parts to get the job done. Hydraulic hoses, PTO drive shafts, even bucket teeth are just some of the parts that can be found at Napa. For smaller equipment like lawnmowers, snowblowers, or snowmobiles, we carry essential maintenance items such as belts, filters, and fluids. Stop in today at Napa Auto and Truck Parts, Highway 14 East Richland Center, and Highway 61 Bosque Hill.
In Game 12.
Bottom of the sixth inning, River Ridge 5, Belmont 1 on our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school baseball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Wyatt Temperley will pitch for Belmont in the bottom of the sixth. And we'll see if I can sort out who's batting for River Ridge. I believe it's going to be Cam Reynolds, followed by Brandon Davis and Cale Koenig. There's no point in writing stats on my stat sheet anymore as it's completely disintegrated. But from what I can tell, Cam Reynolds is over 2, struck out looking in the second, and struck out swinging in the fourth. Reynolds steps into the box. Temperley deals the first pitch, and it's outside for ball 1. One 1-0 pitch. This is outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Leadoff batter in the bottom of the sixth. River Ridge 5, Belmont 1. 6 Rivers West baseball. This one lifted foul out of play to make the count 2-1. After the game, the Tri-State Roofing LLC post-game show. Pick up the Tricor Turning Point, West End Salvage Scrap of the game, and then Hearns' Ace Hardware MVP. As the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes to Cam Reynolds. Trying to avoid an 0-for-3 day. And swings and misses. Struck out swinging for the first out of the inning. Back to the top of the order with Brandon Davis. Davis struck out looking in the first, singled in the third, was walked in the fourth. First pitch to Davis. Davis looks at that one. Ball gets away from the catcher. Count is 1-0. Temperley with the pitch. And that misses outside to make the count 2-1. Or 2-0, excuse me. Temperley with the pitch again, and that's a called strike. Catches the inner third. River Ridge 5, Belmont 1. Bottom of the sixth inning, 1 out. Nobody on. And Davis makes solid contact into left center field, and that will drop for a base hit. Davis reaches on a single. 1 on, 1 out. In the bottom of the sixth inning, Cale Koenig coming up to the dish. Koenig was walked in the first, hit into a fielder's choice in the third, and was hit by a pitch in the fourth. Brandon Davis, the runner at first base for the Wolves. River Ridge with a 5-1 lead in the bottom of the sixth inning. The pitch by Temperley in the dirt for ball 1. And that pitch hits Koenig. Second time he's been hit by a pitch in this game. Now runners at first and second for River Ridge. And now that will bring up Alan Hernandez. popped out in the first, hit into a double play in the third, and flew out in the fifth. Blake Reynolds at the plate. Had the RBI single, walked in the third, struck out looking in the fourth. Looks at the first pitch, and the umpire says it's a ball. Reynolds trying to cash in. Add on to this 5-1 lead. And that pitch gets away from the catcher, and the runners advance to second and third. Two balls, no strikes. 2 on, 1 out in the bottom of the sixth. River Ridge 5, Belmont 1. Number 3 hitter in the order for River Ridge, Blake Reynolds at the plate. Alan Hernandez is on deck. Officials conversing. It's 2-0 the count. And a big swing and a miss by Reynolds. Tried to launch that one. 2 balls, 1 strike. Reynolds steps out of the box briefly, now back in. Quick pitch. This one fouled to the backstop. The fence hitting the crowd microphone, as you probably hear on the radio and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. 2-2 count. This one lifted into deep center field. And that is going to drop for a base hit. Rolls to the fence. 1 run comes in. Another comes in for River Ridge. And a 2-run double for Blake Reynolds. Pads the lead for River Ridge. 7-1. The Wolves in front. On the second RBI hit of the game for Blake Reynolds. He's got 3 RBIs. And with his pitching performance today, he's our leading candidate for our Herms's Ace Hardware MVP of the game. Now Reynolds is going to have a courtesy runner. And we'll see who the Wolves send out. And it is number 17. We'll find out that is in just a second. That pitch is outside for ball 1. This one hit into deep center field again. And the right fielder closes the glove on it. Throw back into the infield. Gets to third base, and the runner's out. So a double play to end the inning. The base runner was Colton Wiest, number 17, and he gets tagged out at third. And that ends the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 runs come across for River Ridge. The Wolves in front, 7-1. Last chance for the Braves after this on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 13.
From small-town businesses to large multi-state operations, Tricor Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance have industry expertise that can cover all types of businesses.
Having an insurance agency that understands our business is a real benefit. They know our people. It's something Tricor does really well.
Tricor's in-depth knowledge of insurance, regulation, compliance, and safety consulting is here to help your business succeed. Working with leading insurance companies like Auto Owners Insurance. They'll be there when you need them most. Visit TricorInsurance.com to learn more about Tricor Insurance Cycle of Care.
If you're upgrading a home or business, call the trusted pros at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. They offer a premium selection of CHI overhead doors combining style, durability, and security for both residential and commercial properties. Need rain gutters to protect your building from water damage? Carey's has you covered there too. Learn more at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. They sell the best and service the rest. Get the quality you deserve at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, and Prairie du Chien.
In Game 13.
Wyatt Temperley, Beckett Heinrichs, and Josiah Ruiz due up for the Belmont Braves. The 7, 8, 9 hitters in the order. The Braves trail River Ridge 7-1 as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Braves. And Reynolds still on the bump for River Ridge. He deals the first pitch, and it's downstairs for ball 1. Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school baseball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Count goes to 2-0 as that pitch misses downstairs as well. Two-0 pitch, misses downstairs again. 3-0 the count. And Reynolds throws that one right down the middle. Count goes to 3-1. Blake Reynolds is our Herms's Ace Hardware MVP of the game, brought to you by Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. Herms's will be the MVP for your next project. Visit Herms's in Platteville and Bloomington. Full count now. And a called strike 3. As Wyatt Temperley strikes out looking. One away in the top of the 7th. Beckett Heinrichs now stepping up. And I believe we're going to see a pitching change from River Ridge. As I believe Reynolds has hit his 100 pitch limit. And I believe it's going to be Hernandez will be pitching for the Wolves. He'll swap places with Reynolds at third. And while Hernandez warms up, we'll step aside. River Ridge with a 7-1 lead. One out in the top of the 7th. Back after this on AM 1590 WPVL and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game 14.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank. Member FDIC.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Talk about convenient. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
In game 14.
Alan Hernandez has warmed up and he's set to deal the first pitch. And it's low for ball 1. Hernandez pitching in relief of Blake Reynolds, who had reached his 100 pitch limit. He moves over to third base. That's where Hernandez was. And that pitch is a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. River Ridge with a 7-1 lead. In the top of the 7th inning, 1 away. Beckett Heinrichs at the dish. And that is a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Heinrichs ran into his own ball in foul territory for the first out of the game and then grounded out in the 4th. Hernandez's pitch misses outside, gets past the catcher. Count is 2-2. Mentioned that Blake Reynolds is our Herms's Ace Hardware MVP. Trying to pick out the West End Salvage scrapper of the game. The player who's hustling scrappiness stood out and trying to lay the opponent to waste, presented by West End Salvage of Lancaster. And this one lifted, and it's going to go over defensive foul territory. Count stays at 2-2. Going to give it to Jack White, I think, because he had 2 stolen bases. As the pitch is hit into center field, and Copsey able to close the glove on it in center field. And now the Braves are down to their final at bat. Ridge with a 7-1 lead, 2 away in the top of the 7th inning. Josiah Ruiz at the plate. That pitch is inside for ball 1. Ruiz reached base on an error in the 2nd inning and flew out in the 5th. Hernandez with the pitch, and he called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike on Josiah Ruiz. If Ruiz reaches base, Ian Austin is on deck. We go back to the top of the order for Belmont. Hernandez's pitch is in the dirt to make the count 2-1. Blake Reynolds is our Hearns Today's Hardware MVP. Jack White is our West End Salvage scrapper of the game. And this one hit down the right field line and out of play. The Tricor Turning Point brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. It's with Aaron Bedward hitting the 2-run single to give River Ridge the lead in the 4th inning. River Ridge would add 2 more runs at that and would hold Belmont without a run from that point on. So Aaron Bedward's 2-run single is our Tricor Turning Point, brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. This one popped up down the first base side. Hernandez calls everyone off, closes the glove on it, falls to his backside, and gets the win for River Ridge. River Ridge defeats Belmont 7-1. River Ridge goes to 3-0, and their next game is tomorrow. River Ridge will host Benton. And Belmont's next game will be tomorrow as they host Barneveld in a big matchup in Six Rivers baseball. Coming up, a very abbreviated Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show. And we'll close up shop from River Ridge High School in Patch Grove. River Ridge, your winner, 7-1. Postgame show coming up next on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Post-match 1.
It's time for the Tri-State Roofing postgame show. This is Ben Baker, owner of Tri-State Roofing, LLC. Call us for free inspections on wind and hail damage. We do ag, home, and commercial metal applications. See our team for rubber membrane installation too. Tri-State Roofing offers several types of shingle applications, including impact-resistant shingles to guard against hail. All options are top-of-the-line products from reputable manufacturers and installed by our certified roof techs. Call Tri-State Roofing today.
Diane from Michigan, a disabled senior citizen trying to get by. Henry from Florida, a veteran fighting to make ends meet. Elena from Arizona, a mother struggling to feed her daughter. Hi, I'm Connie Britton, and I support Feeding America because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year, like Diane, Henry, and Elena. Learn more at feedingamerica.org. Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
With love I will build a wonderful thing that makes this life better for you and for me.
Shriners Hospitals for Children has been creating wonderful opportunities for children in need. This life-changing medical care helps them do the things they've always dreamed of. To find out more, go to loveshriners.org.
Post-match 1.
River Ridge victorious over Belmont in Six Rivers West baseball, 7-1. River Ridge goes to 3-0 on the season. They take on Benton tomorrow. And Belmont goes to 0-2 on the campaign. They will try to get back on the right track against Barneveld tomorrow at home. Trying to see if we can get what the final score was of the softball game between the two teams here in Patch Grove. I believe Belmont got the win just based on the crowd reactions that I was hearing in the latter parts of the game. As Steve Prestegard will have the full wrap-up of this evening's high school sports coverage during News and Sports on AM 1590 WPVL, as well as your other favorite Queen Bee Radio family of stations. You can also look ahead to our Queen Bee Radio sports schedule at am1590wpvl.com. And I'm going to sign off before I get electrocuted with all this rain going on around me here at Patch Grove. Thanks to Wade Winkers and the entire staff here at River Ridge High School for being gracious hosts, as always. Thanks to Coach Catchery and Coach Redmond for the lineups and information to tell you the story about both teams here tonight. Thanks to all of our sponsors who help us bring high school sports to you, and thank you for listening and watching along. This has been Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school baseball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL Platteville, and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel powered by Lele Center Monroe and H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical. Once again, your final score, River Ridge over Belmont, 7-1 in Six Rivers baseball. Ridge goes to 3-0, and the Braves drop to 0-2. From the best seat in the house in the Ears Furniture broadcast booth, I'm Tyler Dutanis. Thanks so much for joining us. Good night from River Ridge High School in Patch Grove, and we'll see you for more baseball next week.
This has been a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation.
From the Hermson's Ace Hardware Studio, this is ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL Platteville, a Queen Bee radio station.